got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Allen going to go to the air right away. That one's complete out to Michael Mayer. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. Good job. Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Raiders at 4-5, a game under 500. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
From the gun, it's Allen. And his throw here's incomplete. Looking for Michael Mayer on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. You look at this Jaguar defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Adams, the man in motion left. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Handoff running left is Etienne. And Etienne going to have a Jags 1st down as the tackle made up around the 33-yard line.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Another tote for Etienne. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 19 and a 1st down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Going for a right side here, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because He really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
The kick by McManus is good, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On play action, Allen. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Agnew now to return. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood and water behind them. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. You look at this Raiders defense. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
On third down, Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this group, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind. A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
2nd and 1 now from the 21. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. Here's Allen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return, here's Agnew. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They got to get going.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Lawrence will throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Like somebody thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Lawrence. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Allen off the play fake. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. And that last throw, CD, going to move him even further up that all-time passing leaderboard as he just moved beyond Broadway Joe Namath at 27,663 yards.
And that's impressive because Joe Namath, my goodness, he could throw a football. I mean, it was just gorgeous the way he threw it. Rallied his Jets to a Super Bowl win, one of the greatest upsets in NFL history. Broadway Joe, the man. Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Second down, Jacobs once more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Raiders on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Adams the man in motion right. Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. And that will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And that's always a risk on those longer kicks. You have to drive it low to get it there. That opened the door for a better chance for the defense to get a hand on it, and that's just what we saw there.
And even if the odds increase a little bit because it's a longer field goal attempt, it's still difficult to get hands on the football and create a block. Big-time excitement for that unit, getting through and knocking that one away.
They'll start on the ground, ETN. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And maybe a little pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
ETN once more, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. ETN up the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give to ETN running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end. Being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block. And you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll run with ETN. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by McManus is good, and they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. That one into the hands of Adams downfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big gain or 2 in succession as this one goes for 32. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Allen. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Jacobs going to try the middle, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. 2nd and 10. Now Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Muscles him off. Fights through him. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. And they'll go again with Etienne. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. When you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On second down, a run with Etienne. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to the ground with Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On play action, Allen. They'll roll him out right. It's caught inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams with career touchdown number 128. He's now tied with Marvin Harrison for number 9 on the all-time list. And the Raiders strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Lawrence to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a first down.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 5. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter play. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter play. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Going for it, here's Etienne. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Raider D, they get the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Allen's throw taken in by Adams. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that'll make it second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Raiders on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Second and a couple. Here's a give to Etienne. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 111 yards now for Etienne, and he's got a first down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On first down, right back to Etienne. There's the stiff arm. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now Lawrence on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 29, here's the 2nd and 5. A handoff for Etienne. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, That's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Running out of the gun with Etienne. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. They'll run. It's Etienne. And we'll get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken a 4th quarter lead.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they'd been down there. They'd been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Lawrence going to look to throw for it. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
This is 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here comes 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Allen. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Now Allen. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Here's Allen. throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
A big play looming on third down. Throwing, Allen gets this to Moore. Sheds off the tackle, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Penalties not what they needed here. 1st and 15. To throw is Allen. A handoff. Jacobs running to the left. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Here's a 2nd and 7. Allen going to audible to a different look. Allen. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. Here's Allen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Play like a team.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Allen. Inside the 25. Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Here's 2nd down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation. Move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Allen. This ball intercepted. And the Jags are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunity.